Let's see this draft. You're going by IHSCA bands, so Char Y, Blastoise, and Articuno when she comes out will be banned. Desi target ban, Mimikyu target ban. Seems like they have these bans pretty planned out. There's a Greninja target ban. Wiz is getting pretty hard focused here. Gary ban? Just interesting. Okay, a Zap ban. That makes sense. What's gonna be the last ban here? Are we gonna go target again, or a tree ban for Gray K? And then the last one, a Gardevoir ban, probably trying to take away Factosha's Gardevoir. Alright, let's see the first picks here. Should probably see defenders or supports out from everybody here. Blast picked up is smart. Oh, maybe switching it up. Oh, Ho-Oh. And a Moltres. Okay. Ho-Oh is an interesting priority. I would have picked a support there, most likely. But I understand not wanting to with very little information. Double defender on the side of DeKalb. You definitely need a very strong assassin here for Miraidon. Something like Talonflame. I like Latios here. You could go for the combo with the Latios. Going for the Alcremie, interesting. I could see Alcremie working well with the two birds. Definitely need to switch up the items on that Latios though. Ooh, taking that Talonflame from them. Talonflame for the DeKalb side won't be doing much. They definitely lack damage here. They're really trying to lean into enabling their Miraidon, which is interesting. And an Absol. Interesting. Okay. I could have seen a lot of other Dragapult. Okay. I could see Dragapult working here if he can get the flanks. The issue is he gets outranged by Miraidon, super vulnerable to submissions, super vulnerable to flies or brave birds. Right side team also has 0 CC. I think that is something they are heavily lacking. And if you're going to play into a heavy CC team, either you need to bring some of your own or bring Unstoppables or iframes, and they basically have none of that as well. So this is gonna be a tough one, especially if the Slowbro is going Surf and the Umbreon is going. If the Umbreon's going Mean Look, Moltres won't get much off. Really just gonna have to see. I'm gonna be watching early game top lane first, and then kind of spreading out from there. But we wanna check out how this top lane does. All right. Let's watch this top lane. I have not watched any Moltres gameplay. Holy moly, why is this so laggy? So I don't really know how the Pokemon plays. So we're gonna see how this goes. All right. Playing for the early game secures here. Not being able to get it, that's okay. Interesting. This is like the first time I've seen any Moltres gameplay, so this is fun. Doing a good job positioning for 920. Alcremie keeping that vision. Heading up the top. Getting that ball toy. Nice. Okay. Hey, pretty good timer management here. Interesting jungle rotation from DeKalb. Okay, getting that. Showing up a little late to this fight, leading with Alcremie. That's definitely smart here. Ooh, a big catch for that Machamp, though. Definitely should have popped eject there. Not the end of the world, though. Definitely did get pretty caught out there. Creamy still looking for farm. That's good. Machamp staying up top, giving jungle to their Talonflame. It's interesting. What the heck does this Pokemon do? Okay, interesting Dragapult rotation. I kind of like it, but he is missing out on some of his buffs here. Good slows, good damage, almost able to catch him. Good scores here. Overall, not a terrible push. You got them off their goal zone, stole their farm, and got goals in. And got them to pop a lot of their held items. Alright, looking in this middle area, they've got Miraidon down bot. Ooh, Dragapult really overconfident with that dance. Definitely should have saved that or angled it differently. Never dance into a submission Machamp. They will always catch you out. Not having bottom lane rotate up here with all 5. Instead, trying to keep this Moltres, just playing it safe, trying to steal. Definitely shouldn't have used the dash to try to steal there. Use your range to steal and then your dash to escape if you do not secure it. Interesting, a break from DeKalb here on the top goal zone. Score is still very close. Bottom lane is able to get some good levels here. Let's see how bottom lane does. They are just ripping this objective. Talonflame trying to chase this Alcremie, not really able to do anything though. They do manage to rip that objective. Springfield manages to get bottom. Another pretty overconfident Dragon Dance. Playing these really forward. Alright, Springfield in the lead. Trying to catch out this Slowbro, maybe. Slowbro with a big surf. Miraidon trying to poke from a distance. Machamp getting a big submission on the Dragapult. Dragapult using Dance to get out. And now Machamp is left vulnerable. Maybe going down here, making it out on just 1 HP. Not able to secure the kill there. Alcremie bringing their team up to HP. Basically everyone on Springfield's side is now full. The ult's doing a lot of poke damage. They're leaving Dragapult exposed, though. Ho-Oh backing up without their Dragapult near them. And Moltres just completely abandoning the area. Ho-Oh does manage to kill the Machamp. Alcremie gets away from the Talonflame. Leaving that Dragapult definitely put a dent in their advantage there. Taking this bottom farm for basically free. Bottom lane has been able to hold this goal zone down and has not had really any good jungle ganks or like big team pushes on their goal zone, so they've been able to hold this. Meanwhile, top lane has seen a lot of the team fights and ganks, so I'm not surprised that they're falling a bit behind. Pretty solid levels on the side of Springfield, DeKalb with their Slowbro and Umbreon looking a little worse for wear. Looks like they are prioing bottom lane again, just looking for these levels. Not much chance to steal when you predict that the other team is going to send all 5 since they have Talonflame. If you see Talonflame bottom, your chances of stealing up top go up exponentially, but with Miraidon and Machamp and the double defender, you're not really going to be able to get into the pit very often. It looks like they're just ripping objectives opposite each other. Not much else going on. Really early secure popped by that Talonflame there. Moltres pushing up for this farm. Might get caught out here if the rest of the team immediately pops eject just to get out. Meanwhile, they go to defend this. They might need to defend bottom goal zone. Does not look like it. It looks like DeKalb's just playing the safe, playing for farm. Everyone looks like they're just playing for farm. They trade objectives. They get their levels. A middle objective coming up soon. Dragapult a little alone up in mid. 3 up top. Maybe trying to look for a catch or a push on their goal zone since they know they're vulnerable there. Pretty solid rotations coming out from Springfield here. Playing for their farm. Covering their goal zones. Looking for a push in mid. They only have 3 though. Ho-Oh's got to get in here. Get them vision and CC. Latios can just drop a Draco Meteor once he gets that in. Oh, but he used the wrong moves in the wrong order. A really nice Dragon Dance coming out from Dragapult, but a big Machamp ult securing that kill right before he goes down. Meanwhile, the objective's still up. Miraidon doing a great job of poking them out. Latios not really able to get much off. He's just too far away. Looks like Miraidon back to farming this objective. The entire team of Springfield all backed up off of that, and I don't really know why. They had good HP. Ho-Oh was looking solid. Moltres was looking solid. A good push there on that Miraidon, and they sweep that easily. There's no major CC to stop them from getting that Miraidon other than the Machamp, which was out of the fight. And a mean look from Umbreon just means you're dropping dollops into that mean look to keep them alive. Looks like Moltres is looking up top. Might be a little risky here, but he's getting back up from his team. Does pop his eject a little early there. Did not need to pop that so quickly. Oh, Dragapult looking like he might get caught out here, but Slowbro missing the telekinesis. Lots of good heals. Oh, but a big Machamp submission immediately catching out that Dragapult. His team is just backing up way farther than he is, so they're just not able to actually bail him out when he needs it. Looks like they accidentally leached the Registeel down here. They might not get it in time. This Ho-Oh needed to stay closer to the Registeel to actually get it. Yeah, I don't know what they were doing there. I don't know why they let it out so far. Dragapult looking for levels, doesn't really need them right now. Gets his 14 though. Or his 13, sorry. Okay, I guess he did need that. Latios coming back into this fight. Dragapult trying to get his blue buff here real quick before the fight begins. Ho-Oh getting a little caught out here with the zaps from Miraidon. Miraidon does hit that Thunder, hitting a lot of the team. This Ho-Oh's kind of misordering their moves. A big Talonflame eject from the Machamp ult. Big scoop into the rest of the team. Ho-Oh revive, though, coming through. Latios coming back into this fight. Ho-Oh putting up some good numbers here. Big Slowbro ult on the Ho-Oh, trying to keep him locked down. Mean look coming out. A big fly going through, chunking down this Moltres. Moltres still alive in the backline somehow. Thunder does manage to catch him, though. DeKalb looking really low here. Talonflame was able to back and get his HP back up. This Ho-Oh's got to learn to go in with Sky Attack first and then use that move. Using that move well in front of your team just makes you really vulnerable and easy to maneuver around. You need to get into their face and use that move as a disruption rather than a survivability tool before the fight even begins. Good disruption there, stunning the Machamp, letting that Dragapult get a lot of good moves off, getting some sneaky scores in there as well, but I don't know why Dragapult went up for that score. Ho-Oh had that goal zone broken easily. They did not need the extra security of him going in there. Big Latios Draco Meteor, not even giving that Machamp a chance to get that kill. And I did not catch the score, but I believe this Slowbro did close the score gap down in bot. That might be game right there. Let's see. Yep, Slowbro closed the score gap all by himself down in that lane. Incredibly close game. Yeah, very low damage game as well. gave some feedback. And now we wait for the next one to begin. Alright, looks like Springfield's getting first pick. Right, and start next game. Pretty quick and clean face. Another Desi ban, another Mimikyu ban. Interesting banning Mimikyu. The one trick Mimikyu on DeKalb side is not playing. Zapdos ban makes sense. Are we gonna see a Gren ban again? We will. And then the last ban coming out from Springfield. Looks like it's going to be the Guardy again. Same exact bans as last game. Wow, okay. Let's see what we get for a first pick. Stealing that Miraidon, okay. That's interesting. I do think that's a pretty solid choice. Especially with how well it was doing last game. Same double defender. Wow, grabbing the Goodra. Really trying to play into those disruption defenders rather than the traditional defenders. Also grabbing a Blissey, very helpful into Slowbro Umbreon. Venu with double defender, especially after the buff. I could see that being really, really strong here. And let's see what we get from Cobra for potentially their carry. There is the Moltres. Looks like they're Kind of swapping this Moltres around quite a bit. And for the last picks, potentially a Cramorant. Will we actually see a Cramorant? A Buzzwole coming out. That's interesting going into Double Defender. I could see it performing well, but it's really just going to be a test of that player's skill. And we do see the Cramorant. And then lastly from DeKalb, Aegislash. No, a Megachar Y. Megachar Y, pretty solid into Cram. Not very great into Goodra. Pretty solid into Buzzwole. So we'll see how this goes for them. In terms of overall draft, let me think. I think left side's comp overall better. They have the double defender to enable the Venu. Moltres plays as a pseudo assassin, so does Megachar Y, but they do have the tank to live in the front line against a Goodra and a Buzzwole. The issue is they don't have the survivability. Their team cannot do these long fights that Buzzwole, Goodra, and Blissey can. Cram is a glaring weakness here. Can't really do much into any of them. Doesn't have the range to fight Venu. Doesn't have the burst to get rid of Megachar Y, Megachar X, or Moltres. Miraidon pretty solid here, so I think it's just a matter of can DeKalb get these sneaky jump attacks on Springfield and take them out quickly, or get some big catches with Slowbro Umbreon. If they don't get those big catches, I do not see them winning prolonged fights if they let Buzzwole and Goodra really hassle them in the front line. I could see Cram being a good disruptor rather than a carry here, kind of disrupting the Moltres and the Megachar X, but that's really determined on if he can actually survive. Good secure there from Buzzwole and Blissey. Buzzwole giving that burst. Ooh, a really unnecessary eject there. No need to eject when they have 0 CC. They cannot keep you there, so you're out of that engage pretty easily just by walking away. Looking a little lost, not really going for the farm. There's the secures. Blissey getting a lot of the farm and able to easily get out, but they are going to be giving up that ball toy up top. Looks like they got a little distracted. They are going for their own bunny though, which is good. And it looks like both ganks are bottom. Showing up late to this 850. Cram is giving their vision here. Good secures coming out from both sides, honestly. I don't know who got more of that farm. Cram doing a good job of zoning out. Is going air slash, so might go for that dive combo. Ooh, Blissey getting really low up top. So is Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh doing a good job of staying behind this farm, trying to secure it. Buzzwole not able to get that secure, not able to get his level 5 that he really needs. Might be able to get it now. Meanwhile, down bot, pretty solid overall. Levels are looking pretty even. 5s all around. Umbreon is looking the lowest level. Same with Moltres. This Moltres is not doing a great job of actually getting their farm and splitting XP. Blissey stealing that away? No, that was the Moltres. Very close, though. It is heals Blissey. I respect it, but I do not think it is better here. Cram managing to help out with that secure, getting that Goodra, that final hit. Does get out on very low HP, though. Miraidon playing these very well from range, not really taking any damage. No true, easy engage, easy burst from Char X yet. Which definitely allows Miraidon to do a lot of the things it wants to be doing right now. Unable to get the catch on that Miraidon there. Miraidon just chunking this farm down. Easy secures for them and their Goodra. Ooh, getting that Venu a little low there. Maridon really wants this catch. Venu taking their safe farm. Meanwhile, Cram looking up top. Buzzwole might go for this rip. Prefers to just camp in this bush. Wait for the Moltres to walk through. Kind of disorganized with their moves there. Didn't really use a move. Ignored the Moltres for a second and then turned around. Definitely could have got something a little quicker if they engaged on that faster. I don't think they would have gotten that kill though. Finally have their level 7. Now they have the True Kidnap comp here. True Kidnap combo. Charizard is looking for an ambush up here. Playing it really sneaky. No one has vision of him. Moltres trying to get him an engage here. I don't really know what he's so scared of. He has vision of both of them. There's the dive. There's the big burst. Buzzwole does get some pretty good hits off there. Does eject inside of the mean look. So loses that eject, I'm pretty sure. Might have been wrong though. Maridon just able to constantly poke them down. Not really able to get anything off on them. Cram ripping this objective up. Venu looking for an engage here. Slowbro getting a little low. Big beam coming out from the Venu though. Cram ult getting that kill on the Slowbro and getting the secure. Ooh, the attack chaining through, almost catching that Venu. Good break there from Springfield. They have the opportunity to catch this Charizard, but half of them back up, half of them didn't. Are they going to get this kill here? They do have him pretty low. Blissey does go down. They do secure the kill on Charizard X. He definitely over-engaged there, tried to use his ult to save him from getting caught out. Springfield definitely feels a little split up here. Some of them seem like they want to keep the fight going. Some of them feel like they just need to retreat and play on goal zone. Backing up fully now. Looking for farm. Buzzwole gets a lot of easy farm in mid. And heading towards top. DeKalb is getting unites here. Looks like Buzzwole's getting a little tripped up. Having a hard time aiming their moves or deciding what they want to do. Getting slams down, but then not following it with superpowers. Not really getting the damage off of their CC. Looks like DeKalb is leaning towards positioning for this top. However, they might only do it with 3 members. I don't really know what Springfield's plan is here. They're showing up pretty late to this objective. There's now 5 from DeKalb here. Looks like Goodra and Maridon are rotating up. Buzzwole playing super aggressive. I don't really know why. They do not have their full team here. Cram getting their unite off. Charizard also uniting. Big Blissey ult coming out, trying to save the Cram. And just such a late rotation. I don't know why that Buzzwole was so determined to engage there. If they had just waited a little bit longer with their combination of unite moves, they could have easily gotten those kills. But yeah, that Buzzwole was just so over-aggressive, and the Cram and the Blissey were forced to follow him. Charizard got a good engage, and it was just over from there. However, the Buzzwole is able to respawn in time to help out with the Rip Down bot with the Maridon. Cramorant trying to get his jungle before it's stolen by Mega Charizard X. I don't think he'll be able to. No, he does get his red buff, and he escapes the Mega Charizard X. However, the point lead, almost double the points on DeKalb's team rather than Springfield. Wiz does manage to also secure that objective. Big scores coming out from Springfield. And just like that, they have immediately closed the point gap. They are 3 points ahead. They might be able to get a big catch here on the Venu. They do get the catch. Slowbro also caught, rotating back instead of backing. That was a big blunder coming out from DeKalb there. They managed to get the last rotation of birds. Now they're all pushing up towards top lane. These are really good rotations coming out from Springfield here. Yeah, DeKalb is just too slow on their rotations. They're just not able to get there. Charizard clearing their jungle. Now Springfield handily in the lead in terms of points here. They might not know it though. With 2 goal zones broken on their side and only 1 on DeKalb's,
it might deceive them into thinking that they are behind. However, they will get the notification that they are ahead in about 3 seconds. More scores coming out, and it looks like they might just go for a full rip. No, they decide to keep pushing up. They're looking for a team fight. They know 2 people are coming from above. They see the 3 people down below. Charizard ulting, ejecting, trying to get his Unite move off. There's the Unite move, but it just immediately gets destroyed. He didn't even technically activate it. Slowbro immediately getting caught out also goes down. Umbreon getting caught out goes down. The Buzzwole just got an amazing flank, and they're all just able to kind of clean up this team. Some sneaky scores here, and they are ahead by almost, not double, but they have quite a few more points. Venu coming in pretty slowly, not even able to land the beam, and it looks like Springfield is just going to protect this main pit. They know they are handily in the lead now with only a minute to go. And where are they going? Are they going to defend their bottom goal zone? Feels like they are really locked into just watching this pit. And Cram was venturing up top. They're getting caught out by this Mega Charizard. Big Gudra Unite move, though, trying to keep them alive. Blissey almost down. Cram goes down as well. This is just so uncoordinated from Springfield. I don't know what that plan was. They had the positioning and the time to get their players in position down towards this bottom area, just play it safe. But they played so aggressive in their area in a 4v5 and then had their Cram journeying up top lane. I don't know what that was. Yeah, just like that, Springfield has lost this game. I don't know. I don't know what that was. Time to give some more feedback. Wow, that was a game. That was a well played. I don't know.
That was an interesting game. I'll say that. Let's see how this next one goes. Apparently, the intention was to have 3 people go up top and leave 2 in pit. That might have even been a worse outcome than what happened, because if you do that, you're leaving 2 people to just basically instantly die. If they see the other team pushing into Groudon pit to try to take it, what are they gonna do? Like, they're 2 people. If they try to go in for that fight and they have the 3 come down, then their team is split up and their team doesn't have good enough mobility to actually get back together quickly. As we saw throughout the game, their rotations were always pretty slow. So I don't really see what the point was of having their team so split up there. It gave them no tactical advantage. Their team was already really slow, and they have 2 attackers on their team that they always need to protect. So staying together and staying grouped up is the best way to win that fight, easily.
next game has started. Let's see how this goes. Moltres ban first, and a Zapdos ban. Okay, getting both of the birds out. I don't think Moltres was really the problem. Still the double target ban, which is definitely interesting. Slowbro first pick, taking away that defender from them. I guess they thought the ults were really effective. We have taken right on again. Interesting. Cerulege and Venu. I like this team comp from Springfield a lot more than our past ones. These feel so much better. This just feels like such a better team comp. It's almost like they swapped team comps. This is miles better. I'm very interested to see how this is going to go now, because this feels so much stronger. Overall, definitely think Springfield's team comp is stronger. It's just a test of how well the Mimikyu and the Cerulege can actually do on getting dives. Because if they can get in their face, they can easily win this. The double defenders, obviously, still going to be an issue. Venu into Downflame, always going to be an issue, but overall, I think they win most of these engages. Also, the, the ults from Cerulege can be so strong. Alright, let's see who's going top lane. Looks like it will be Mimikyu. We're going to stay on Mimikyu's POV for a second here. Okay, he definitely should be taking that farm with his Hoopa. He will not be getting levels if he does not take that farm. So that is a bit of an issue. Okay, did not manage to secure that. Oh, a good engage here from that Mimikyu, just not able to actually finish anything off, which is unfortunate.
Did go down to a gank. Pretty good one. This one I'm paying slightly less attention to because I am busy with something. I'm going to leave this game more as a interpret it as you will. I'm not going to give real life commentary for most of it. Definitely behind on points here, a little behind on levels. Surledge has not gotten his 9 yet. He's not going to get it for a bit because he needs to take this ball toy. Then he should have it, yeah. Oh, no, still nothing. Okay. Bottom definitely feeling some pressure here. Getting jumped by this Talonflame. There goes 2 of their members. A little bit of an unnecessary ult from their Talonflame, but nothing too bad. Hoopa should definitely be watching this guy. Good stun there. That was perfect. Started to get on him right when you needed to. Could have been on there a little bit sooner, get some stuns, just like damage him a bit, not knock him into the pit very much, but this is some good attacking, keeping them off of the goal zone. However, this Mimikyu is playing it really safe compared to their teammates, so that's definitely harming their chances of actually getting this kill on this Cram. Talonflame coming up. Vinu and Slowbro protecting that goal zone. They might potentially get a 5-man gank here, which would be pretty catastrophic to this top lane. Oh, there goes the Hoopa. That was a good main look, good targeting there. Oh, just manages to not get through the portal. That's pretty brutal. Can't finish off the Umbreon either. That Wish really coming in clutch. Does manage to get that Talonflame really low. Burn might kill him. He does survive on 1 HP. So Surledge is able to get the Umbreon down, though. This Miraidon just really poking him out. Not much they can do if they can't get past that Snorlax. Vinu with more beams, just trying to keep them off. They do have vision of basically their entire team here. Talonflame really trying to look for a sneak attack here with their Unite move. Unable to get the angle that they want, though, so it looks like the fight is dissipating a bit. Looks like some pretty good poke damage coming out from Miraidon there. Definitely does hurt. Oh, a full rotation up the top lane. Really good use of those Hoopa portals. Trying to just immediately rip this objective. Mimikyu and Surledge with amazing rip. Getting this thing down to really low HP. Definitely want to watch for that Cram, though. They are able to get it. Big Unite move coming out from the Vinu. Also a Unite move coming out from Surledge, securing that kill on the Miraidon. A Slowbro Unite move to shut down their defender. Umbreon getting really low here. Mimikyu missing that play rough. Big Unite move coming out from the Talonflame. Able to get them all really low to half. Ooh, the Cramorant Unite move shut down by Mimikyu. Hoopa does not go down yet. Oh my goodness. Was able to help out with the kill on the Talonflame before they went down. Slowbro gets out on 1 HP. Miraidon's Unite move hits nothing. Slowbro able to back completely safe. Looks like Cerulege is going to go into their jungle. That was a really good push, good levels for them, but nothing in terms of scoring, which is definitely unfortunate. Mimikyu looking really aggressive here. I don't really know what their plan is. Looks like they're just going to back up. Maybe just playing for vision here. Finally rotating down towards this bottom objective. Mimikyu trying to look for a sneaky Shadow Sneak. Could land it right now on this Miraidon or this Cram. They get out of the position. They miss the Shadow Sneak on that Cram. Ooh, Venu getting mean looked there. Talonflame sees that, tries to push up, cannot get there in time. Cram getting pretty low here from these beams. Venu does get pushed, does manage to survive. All pretty low here on the side of Springfield. They all pop this portal. The rip is coming out from DeKalb. Will Springfield be able to get there in time before the objective is secured? They will not. Another beam coming out from Venu. It just looks like these team fights are going back and forth, but DeKalb was able to get an early enough advantage to kind of have this score lead and this level lead over them, making it really hard for Springfield to flip any of these team fights in their favor or get any scores off of them. Another immediate rip out from Springfield. The beam misses, but oh my goodness, no! The Cerulege Unite move coming out way too early. No one was there. It had nothing to actually capitalize off of. That was a massive blunder. Miraidon getting chunked. Venu not really... I don't know what is going on with their beams. Their beams just feel like they're always slightly missing the mark. Cerulege trying to farm back up that Unite move of theirs. Ooh, getting a little aggressive on the Slowbro. Not able to really get anything off, though. Cerulege playing it safe. Mimikyu playing from way up top, trying to look for a flank. Might go for a sneaky score here, but their team is getting ulted off the map. Their entire team is dead while they're trying to score. Oh, no. They just got a massive engage there with the Snorlax into that little gap and just able to kind of stun all of them with their Unite move. They were not able to do anything. The objective's getting low. They don't have great rip here. Cerulege might be able to steal something here. Same with the Mimikyu. Mimikyu goes in trying to get the steal, but it does go to DeKalb. Yeah, that was just not a great... That was not a well-executed Kyogre fight or Groudon fight from Springfield. They grouped up way too much, allowed the Snorlax to get the combo off. Miraidon was able to land their Unite move. And that just kind of ended them. This Venu definitely missing a lot of beams and using a lot of unnecessary eject buttons, just kind of putting themselves on a silver platter for this Talonflame. Also, the early Cerulege Unite move definitely sealed that fate of that Groudon fight. Yep, and that will be game. Unfortunate. Alright, I'm going to stop recording now, and I will upload this to YouTube.